Okay. So let's have a quick recap what we have discussed in the last session. In the last session, we have discussed about how we can create our Azure account, and we have discussed about where we can see our subscription and how we can create a Windows virtual machine. In today's session, we are going to learn about how we can create a Linux virtual machine also. But before starting of this particular topic, any question anyone have? Please raise your hand. If you have any question, please raise your hand. Okay. Look like no one has any question. So we'll start with our today's topic, where we are going to learn about how we can create our. Okay, someone has question. Yes, Casper, you can unmute.
Thank you for good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, when you created the Azure account yesterday, I saw your account having a free trial, but I created mine, it was not having that. So even when I tried to work on it this morning, it was saying I don't have that this account is not currently having access permission.
If you click on subscription, Casper, what you are able to see there? Because when I
subscription, the first thing I was not seeing the trial.
So what
the
it is
free
mentioned?
trial month, the free trial 30 days. I was not seeing it, but I saw it on your own on my side. I was not seeing it on my subscription. And secondly, this morning when I was trying to go back to the subscription, it was saying that this subscription currently does not have access permission.
Do one thing, Casper, take a screenshot and drop me an email. Okay.
Yes, I did.
You have already done that?
Yeah, it was on that.
Just a minute. I didn't receive any email from your side till now. I'm requesting you to please send me that email again. Okay.
Okay, I will.
And I'm sharing my email ID in the chat box to please make sure you get email to this email ID. So I will check and I'm going to reply.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Take a screenshot and drop me an email, whatever the error you are getting it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll reply.
Okay, Prof. Thank you.
Anyone have any more questions? Yes, Johnny, you can unmute.
Yeah, Ankit, like when I try to create this account, right, like which shows like when comparatively from your screen and my screen, which it is showing me 55 plus free courses, which was showing me, and also there was I sent you the email, right?
For that one, I have already replied you. You are saying that no current cost showing you. Why it is not showing you? You have just created your account. The current cost means that for this current month, how much bill they have generated.
Okay.
That's the meaning of current cost. If I'm going to show just a minute, I'll show you that also. For my account, it is showing that some 160 rupees something has been generated. Just a minute, let me log in.
Okay.
Then I'll show you. So I'm able to log in. Now I'm going to my subscription. See here.
Okay.
It is loading it here. I'm getting so 119 rupees 38 paisa. It means for this particular month, the bill they have generated. This is and I don't need to pay this bill because this is the bill which I got. This is going to deduct from the free credits which I am getting.
Okay. So or like when this 30 days trial limit has been over, again the 12 months will start, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Naresh.
Hi. Yeah, same question. I think you already answered about current cost.
Don't worry about current cost. Whenever you are
Yeah.
going to create a new account, definitely there is no current cost for you guys. It will showing us as not available because you have just created an account, so it will not show you anything. Okay,
Sure.
you are
Sure.
getting this subscription as free trial.
Yes. And one more doubt. Actually, yesterday when I done this account creation, I given my credit card, and I'm not sure, but I received like some e-mandate auto pay of 2 lakhs from the Microsoft
Are you using ICICI bank account?
HDFC.
HDFC?
Yeah.
Because the email which you're saying, the most of people get whenever they're using ICICI one, they are
Okay.
getting it, and that is, I don't know how they are getting that. That is irrelevant email. Actually, I'm getting it. So
Okay.
you
Yeah.
can ignore that email also. That is irrelevant emails which students are getting earlier also from ICICI bank.
Okay. So we can
Okay,
ignore, right? Because it
you can
said
ignore that
max
also.
limit is 2 lakhs, can be deducted anytime automatically like that.
No, don't worry about it. You can ignore that email also.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. I'm done.
Yes, Pratap.
Ankit, actually, for me, it didn't show, free credits. It shows 0.
Is your subscription name showing us as free trial?
Okay, where we can see that?
You can could log into your Azure account. If you
Yeah,
scroll
yeah.
down here in navigate, you have an option of subscriptions.
Yes, under subscriptions, I can see current cost 0, but where we can see free one.
What is the subscription name? The one you are getting it. What is the name of that?
Azure subscription one.
Azure subscription one. So it means you are not getting the free credit of 15,800. Are you using a same card which is used for a previous Azure account?
No, different one. Even I
Or
didn't remember, it was almost 6 or months I created.
so might be you're using some same details which is used with some other previous also. That can be the reason they are not giving you the free credit. You're using some, might be your credit card is same, means
How
same
can
bank
I
account using.
how can I deconnect? I mean disconnect this one.
How to?
Disconnect because it's already started.
No,
Deducting my.
if you're not using this particular account, they're not going to charge you anything. So make sure you're not creating anything here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
And you are they're not giving the free quota, but yes, you are getting the free quota of 12 months. So if you're using the free services, then they are not going to charge you.
Okay. Can we use the same Gmail ID with the different credit card, or I have to use a different?
No, you need to use a different ID. Even mobile number also needs to be different. Your card, bank account needs to be different. Everything needs to be different. If anything is matching it, they identify and they are not providing you the free quota.
Okay, understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. Anyone have any more questions? Yes, Rajesh.
Hello.
Yes, Rajesh.
Hi. This is Rajesh. Actually, I joined today.
Hmm.
I have seen your last 2 days videos also.
Okay.
Got referral from Sunil actually.
Sorry.
I got referral from Sunil actually.
Okay.
I just introducing myself. That's it.
Okay. So you have, this is the first stage. Do you have any more question, Rajesh?
Actually, not actually. I seen your last 2 videos also. Most of questions covered there. So we are good to go.
Okay. You can practice it, Rajesh, those things which we have learned till now.
Already created a virtual machine as well at last night.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually, I'm one of the client to large labs as well. We are using your services
Okay.
regarding VPN and IMCS. I'm developing my skills again with this trial.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, Rajesh. If
yeah.
you have any question while practice, you can please email me also.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, now we are good to go. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you.
Yes, Amrit. Amit, you can unmute. So you have already unmuted yourself. You can ask your question. Amit, I'm not able to hear you. Amit, look like you have some issue with your mic. Please resolve that. Then you can raise your hand. Yes, Johnny.
Yeah, Angit, like once we finish this class, right? This Azure admin, soon, like as we suggest Azure DevOps class also, we like I would like to join. So,
Okay.
so will that be in the same timing, or that will be suggested in some other timing?
That will decide, Jenny, when we'll complete this batch.
Okay, sure.
I didn't take any decisions till now.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
not thinking about the long, because this will take near 45 days, 45 days.
Mm-hmm.
So that when is going to be complete, then I'll take that decision.
Okay, that's great. Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. So now we'll start learning about how we can create a Linux virtual machine. First of all, to create a Linux virtual machine, in previous session, we have discussed it. We need to create a resource group. Because whenever we start creating our virtual machine, the first thing we need to select subscription, which system is by default selecting it. The second thing is we need to create a resource group. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a resource group. So click on resource group, click on create, and give the name of your resource group. Region, central. Review plus create, click on create. Now go to virtual machine. So here I'm selecting a resource group. Second thing, we need to give the name of our virtual machine. Virtual machine name can be anything. I'm giving us VM Linux 140. Now, in which region we are creating this particular virtual machine? In Central India. In previous session, we have discussed it. To create any virtual machine, we need 4 things minimum: RAM, hard disk, CPU, operating system. So it means for this particular machine also we need same thing. And which one we are going to use here? Linux-based operating system. And if you see here, system is by default selecting it which operating system? Image Ubuntu Server 20.04. And this one is also coming under your free tier. I'm going with the same one. Scroll down. Size. By default, system is selecting a size B1S. And B1S is also coming under free tier. And with this, how much CPU will get? 1 GB of RAM and 1 CPU. This is what we have seen in previous session. Let's see. 1 CPU, 1 GB of RAM. And here we are getting it 4 GB of the additional space we are getting it. Select. Done. We have selected our image. We have selected our size also. Scroll down. Now here, to connect to this particular machine, we have 2 options. Like when we are creating our Windows machine in previous session, we got just only one option called password option. So I need to give that username and then password. But to connect to our Linux machine, we have two options. One is by using SSH public key. Other one is password. So I'm going to click on password. I'm giving a username. In previous session, I have already told you there are some username which is reserved by the Azure. We can't use those username. I have that list. I'll share that particular list in our upcoming session also with you. But one of the username I have already told you, admin, root, super user, like this type of users we can't use. So which one username I'm going to use? I'm giving a username as Azure. Now we need to give the password. Same rules which we have follow for our Windows machine. Same rules we need to follow here also for Linux also. So yeah, again I'm confirming the password. So we have given our username, we have given our password also. And if you remember in previous session, to connect to our Windows machine, system is by default enabling a port number called RDP, and we have discussed it. RDP port number is 3389. Same way we have for Linux also. So if you want to connect your Linux machine, we need to enable a port number SSH. And anyone in the chat box, can you please confirm me the port number for SSH? In the chat box, you can confirm. Correct. The correct answer is 20. Like for RDP, we have a port number 3389. For SSH, we have a port number 20. Scroll down. See. By default, system is enabling a port number SSH. Done. So here we have selected our details here. We have selected our subscription. We have selected our resource group, given the name, region, image, size, username, password, and we have enabled our SSH port also. So whatever the details you require, we have selected all the details here. Now I'm going to click on next. What is the next option? Next is a disk option. Disk means hard disk. And in Windows machine, when we are creating it, by default, they are giving us 127 GB. They are giving, and when we are creating a Linux machine, by default, they are giving us 30 GB. By default, they are giving. If you want to increase it, you can increase it, but it's the minimum size you need to use to create Windows and Linux machine. How to increase, we'll discuss in our upcoming session. And then we have other tabs also. We don't need to work on these tabs right now. So I'm directly click on Review Plus. Validation passed. Click on taking some time. Still in process. Done. So we are able to create our Linux virtual machine. Now go to resource and note down the public. In previous session, when we want to connect our Windows machine, we have used remote desktop connection. With the help of remote desktop connection, we have connected our machine. If I want to connect to this Linux machine, I can't use remote desktop connection. For this one, I need to download one software. That software is called as Terminal. So those particular softwares we need to download, and to download that particular software, which one I'm going to download? Putty Terminal. So from where I can download? From Google, I can just search download Putty. When I search download Putty, the link which I'm getting on number 2, by using this particular link, I can. And even I'm sharing this link in the chat box also. I have shared the link in the chat box. Scroll down. Here I go. Putty.exe. So as per your system requirement, just click on putty.exe and system is going to download that exe file in your local machine. And I'm going to keep this file in my folder. Yeah. Now, next step. Do we need to install Putty? No. I don't need to install Putty. If you just double click on this software, the one which we have downloaded, it is automatically going to open. We don't need to install Putty. And the IP address which we have noted down, when I open my virtual machine, here on the right hand side, we are getting our IP address. From here, the IP address which we have noted down, that particular IP address, we need to mention here. So, so enter the same IP address. Next step, click on open, click on accept, entering our username, Azure user, enter. Now it is asking for password. Done. You can see here, I'm able to connect to my Linux virtual machine with the help of password option. I'll show you again. I'm again going to open Putty. First of all, enter our IP address. Click on open. Enter your username. Enter your password. From password. One. Something like that. Let me type the password. It's giving me incorrect. Okay, no issues. If it's giving incorrect, we have an option of reset password also. Let me reset the password. Here we have a reset password option. Enter my username. And now I'm giving my new password here. Up. Taking some time to update the password. Done. Now you can see here, we are able to connect to our machine. So here we have learned how we can create our machine, how we can connect to our machine. And even if you forget your password, we have an option, we can reset our passwords. So you need to come to that particular virtual machine, scroll down. In the last, we are getting that option to reset the password. So this is what we have all about the creation of our virtual machine. Any question anyone has? Please let me know. You can please raise your hand if you have any question. Yes, we know.
Good morning. Actually, we have selected the Ubuntu, right? An operating system area.
Sorry, your voice
So-
is low. Like, can you please increase your volume?
Yeah. 1 second. Is it audible now? It's
Yes, we
clear?
know. Yes, we know.
Okay. In OS section, we selected the Ubuntu, right?
Correct.
So is there any chance that we can select other Linux versions, CentOS and something
Yes,
like free
whatever we
trials?
have available, yes, you can select those also. You can, when
Where-
you're doing
where we can-
practice, just a
Uh,
minute.
Okay.
You can click on see all images. Here actually it is showing some recommended images only.
Right.
Here we have Debian also, Sushi also we have here. Here I'm getting. If you want to see all images, you can click on see all images. You are able to see all the images whichever Azure is providing to us. Here you are.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Of the full list, you will get it. You can even go to next total 294 pages you have.
Yeah.
So you can go there and you will get other also.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any more questions, you know?
No, thank you. Just
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, so no need to install VMware and VMware workstation for this.
No need to install anything. Just the
Okay.
only thing is you need a putty to connect to your machine.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Anyone have any more questions? Yes, Ganesh.
Hi, Ankit. Actually, today is the first day with Azure. So
Okay.
just wanted to know what all we have covered last day.
Sorry, please can you repeat your question, Ganesh?
I wanted to know what all we covered last 2 days. From
Till
code
now,
and
what
stuff.
we have covered is we have just learned about how we can create a Azure account. And we have learned how we can create a Windows virtual machine. And today we have learned about how we can create a Linux virtual machine with password option. Okay. And I just want to know, Ganesh, are you in the WhatsApp group of batch
I joined
149?
today only. Yeah, I joined today.
Okay, so I'll inform my team. They will again share the day 1, day 2 recording in the WhatsApp group. So you can check those recordings after the session.
One more question, Ankit. How can we get the standard IP?
How can we?
The standard IP of the machine.
The IP address which you're talking about.
Yeah, we have the
This is
public
a
IP on
static IP address. We are getting it by default in Azure.
the-
This is not a dynamic IP, it's a static IP we are getting by default.
So this is public IP, correct? But
Yes.
we have something standard IP. So how we get that?
What is which IP? We are getting two IP address. One is public, other one is private, and both are static
private?
IPs. Here is the private IP.
Can't see.
Sorry,
Was not able to see that. Oh, wait. Okay, got
your
it.
voice is low, Girish. I'm not
Yeah,
able
got
to
it.
understand.
I got it, Ankit. Thank you.
We have two IP address, public and private. How to get private IP? We'll discuss in upcoming session.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now moving forward, we are going to discuss about again how to create a virtual machine, and this time we are going to discuss about SSH key option. We have one more option called SSH key. Now we are going to discuss about that particular option. Nikom, you can please unmute yourself. Yes, Nikom, you can ask your question. You're asking question, do you have secret and access key for virtual machine? We don't have anything concept of secret key and access key. We have an option of SSH key.
Yes, so I think I'm just asking because in AWS we do have SSH asset.
The one which you're
And we
talking
have
about, secret key and access key, is used to connect your AWS account with the help of PowerShell or with the help of CLI. It is used for those things.
Okay. So what
It is
is
not
the
used to connect
equivalent?
virtual machine. That is called as SSH key. The PEM
So
file
what
you're
is the
talking about.
equivalent of that in Azure?
Are you talking about PEM file?
I'm asking, so what is the equivalent of access?
Sorry?
What is the equivalent of access keys and secret keys in Azure?
In Azure, we don't have anything concept called secret key and access key. And secret key access key is used in AWS to connect your AWS account with PowerShell or with CLI. And if we're talking about virtual machine, for virtual machine, there's a concept in AWS also called SSH key, the same concept we have it in Azure also.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now again, I'm going to create virtual machine. So come to virtual machine, create virtual machine. Can I use a same resource group? Yes, I can use the same resource group also. In one single resource group, I can create multiple resources with same type also, with different type also we can create. So I'm selecting a resource group, same resource group I'm selecting it. Give the name. VM Linux SSH 140. Scroll down. By default image we are getting as image server 20.04. I'll go with the same one. Size B1s. So with this we'll get 1 CPU and 1 GB of RAM. Image we have choose as Linux. Scroll down. Now here we are using SSH public key. Now by default our username is Azure user. I go with the same username. And here I'm generating a new key pair. I don't have any existing key pair. So I'm going to generate a new key pair. And when I'm generating a new key pair, by default, system is giving this name to my key pair. If you want to change this name, you can give other name also. Let me just give as SSH -key -14. So you can give any name to your key pair. What is this key pair? System is going to download one file. And with the help of that particular file, we can connect to our machines. And extension of that particular file is PEM. Now click on next. SSH port is by default enabled, so we don't need to do anything. Click on next. Disk by default we are getting as 30. So we'll go with as default as 30. Click on review plus create. Validation fails. Sometimes have this happen, guys. Whenever you're doing practice, this time happen. So you can go back to any of the tab. Again, click on review plus create. They are again doing the validation. See, validation. I didn't do anything. Just go to one of the previous tab and again come to review plus create. The validation is due. Now click on review plus create. And I'm requesting you to please see my screen very carefully, because when I'm going to click on create, a pop-up is coming here. And once I click on that pop-up, I'm not able to show you that pop-up again. So I'm requesting you to please see my screen very carefully. I'm going to click on create now. Now, when I click on create, here the pop-up I got. Generate new key. And it is asking me to download private key and create resource. One option. Other option I'm getting is return to create a virtual machine. If I click on return to create a virtual machine, system is not going to create our virtual machine. If I click on download private key and create resource, then system is going to create our virtual machine, and then system is going to download one PEM file. And this key which I'm going to download, it is just a one-time process. You can't download this particular private key again and again. You can see here, it is clearly given these sections from Azure also. A SSH key contains both a public key and private key. Azure does not store the private key. After the SSH key resource is created, you won't be able to download the private key again. So it means just a one-time process, we can download this particular key. So download private key and create resource. And the key pair which actually we are getting is a combination of public and private key. Public key is stored in Azure. Private key is downloading in our local machine. So we got the private key here, and I'm going to store this private key in our folder. One folder. Now, so we are able to download our private key, and now system is creating our virtual machine. Now, after creation of this virtual machine, what is the next step? We need to connect to this particular machine. And to connect to this particular machine, now I need again putty. But with putty, I need one more tool here called putty gen. From where I can download this putty gen? From the same website from where we have downloaded the putty, I can download the putty gen also. The website details I have already shared with you in the chat box, and I'm again opening the same website. See, it's the same website. Scroll down. From here, we have downloaded the putty. Scroll down. Here I'm getting putty. So as per your system requirement, click on puttygen.exe. System is downloading the exe. So just save this exe file. Now we have saved our exe. Next step. I'm again sharing this link in the chat box. Next step is we need to generate a PPK file using putty. Which file we got? We got a PEM file. What we need to do is we need to generate PPK file with the help of this PEM file. But why we want to generate a PPK file? The reason is the tool which we are using, Putty. Putty does not support PEM file. Putty does not support PEM file. So at that time, we need to use PPK file. So we can convert this PEM into PPK. So how we can do that? Please see my screen very carefully. Double click on Puttygen. Click on load. I'm going to 149 and you can see here, I'm not able to see any file here. I'm not able to see PEM file. Why? Because system is searching for PPK file. And I want to select PEM file. So what we need to do, we need to change the extension from PPK to all files. And now I'm able to see the PEM file. So select your PEM file, click on. Next step, click on save private. Click on yes. Now give the name to your PPK file. See that save as type as PPK. I'm giving it same name as my PEM file. Extension is .ppk. Save. Right. Here I'm getting the PPK. If you want me to repeat these steps again, please let me know. I'll do it for you. Because here, if you are doing any mistake, when you're trying to connect to your machine, you will get an error message. Please confirm in the chat box if you want me to repeat these steps again. Okay. I'm going to repeat again. So I'm going to delete this PPK file. Again, open Puttygen, double click on that. Click on load. We are not able to see any file because it is searching for PPK. Change this file extension from PPK to all files. And then select your PEM file. Open, click on it. Click on save private. Click on yes. Now give the name to your PPK file. File name you can give any name. I'm giving it same as my PEM file. It doesn't mean that always you need to give same as your PEM file. I'm giving it. So it will be easy for me to identify the PPK file which I'm using. It is for this particular PEM file. Save. Done. So this is how we can convert PEM file into PPK file. Next step. Note down the public IP of our Linux virtual machine. So click on go to resource. And here we are able to see the public IP. I'm going to note down the public IP. And now I'm going to open put. Enter the public IP here. Next step. Next step is we need to attach PPK file with putty. So how we can attach a PPK file with putty? Click on this plus button for SSH. Click on this plus button for auth. And then click on credentials. First, you need to click on plus button for SSH, then plus button for auth, and then you need to click on credentials. So now I'm going to click on credentials. When I click on credentials, the first option which we are getting here, we need to select our PPK file. Browse. This is batch 132. I'm switching it to batch 149. And here we are able to see our PPK file. Click on open. Click on open. Click on accept. Entering our username, Azure user. Press enter. And you can see. Here we are able to connect to our Linux virtual machine with the help of PEM file. So this is how we can create our Linux virtual machine with the help of that PEM file option, and we can connect to our machine with the help of that particular file. So now any question anyone have regarding this particular process, please let me know. Yes, Kumar.
Good morning, Ankit. I have
Good
a
morning.
doubt actually. So whenever we are downloading PEM file, right? So in real time, where we are copying this all the PEM or PPK files to access them.
You don't need to store PPK file anywhere. PPK file you can generate anytime. And whenever you're generating a PPK, every time a same PPK file will generate for one PEM file. PEM files you can store at anywhere, wherever you want to store. You can store in your Google Drive, you can store in your OneDrive, you can store it in your emails also. And even in Azure, we have an option called key wallets. There also you can store your PEM files. Here you can create and you can store that particular key pair here also.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you can store anywhere, wherever you feel comfortable, you can store that particular PEM file. You just need to keep that particular PEM file to connect to your machine.
Sure.
Okay.
And it means like each VM having separate key file, right?
It's not mandatory. Now, if I create one more machine, if I'm going to create, if I want to use the same key pair, I can use that also.
Oh, okay.
Here I can select that, but I can choose an option called use existing public key. Sorry, not this one. Key stored in Azure, and I can select that key.
Got it.
Okay, like this I can use.
Got it. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Pratap.
I think, this is the same point. Maybe, I just wanted to understand, like example, earlier you created a PEM file, right? and you started using for a mission to connect maybe for a few months. Later point of time, for some reason it got corrupted or maybe you lost that file. So how you can regenerate the same another file and you can link to that our virtual machine?
If you might be remember it, just few minutes before we have seen reset password option.
Okay.
Here we have a reset password option. We have a reset SSH public key also.
Okay, once we reset, how we can link to that machine again?
When you reset it, automatically get linked the new one.
Okay.
I'll show you an upcoming session practically also.
It's under virtual machine.
Yeah, it's under virtual machine. You need to go to that specific virtual machine, reset password, reset SSH public key. You can give username and the public key. You can do that. I'll practically show you an upcoming session.
Okay. And also we can use this combination also, right? So username plus SSH, either of them we can use, right? Not only one.
You need to give a username, the same username. Username, you can't change the username here. By using this, you need to give the same username, and username you can check from connect option.
Okay.
Okay, here you are getting your user. If you forget your default username, you will get that username here.
Okay, understand.
Okay, how you can go to overview, click on connect. In SSH tab, scroll down. Here you are getting. Okay, so enter your default username and then you can generate a new key pair and link that particular option.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone have any more questions? Oh. No questions. So someone has question. Yes, Ganesh. Ganesh, you can unmute yourself. You have already unmuted. You can ask your question. Ganesh, I'm not able to hear you. Ganesh, you have some issue with your mic. Please resolve. Then you can raise your hand. Yes, Shekhar, you can unmute.
Yeah, Ankit, yeah. This one in real time, you have to only one time you have to create, right? This virtual Linux machine SSH keys generation, only one time, right? This is or every time?
No, SSH key is just a one-time process.
Okay.
Okay. I might be I need to create another virtual machine. Right now, I have created only one. So if I want to create more, I can create more also.
Okay, as based on the requirement, how many virtual machines
required.
So for that, we have to create each virtual machine one SSH key you have to generate and we have to get. That is a one-time process, right?
You can use the same key pair also, Shekhar, like I have shown you just a few minutes before. If you want to use a same key pair, you can use same key pair also. Let me show you again. So when you're creating a machine, here we have selected an option called generate new key pair.
Okay.
You can use an option called use existing key pair store in Azure, and you can select that particular.
Okay.
So same key pair you can use for
different virtual machines. Okay.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So one time generating SSH key, we can use multiple virtual machines, that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Any more questions, Shekhar?
This when we are going to creating real time actually virtual machines means when they're giving that you have to create like this or in one company, how just explain, right, real time, that's right.
No, in real time, actually, seriously speaking, we are not creating like this.
Okay.
In real time, our machines we are creating with the help of VM scale set. In Azure, we have a service called VM scale set. With the help of that, we are creating actually. So regarding that VM scale set also we'll learn in upcoming session.
Okay, real time we are not doing anything, right? All these on only.
No, we need to create sometime like whenever a client want only one single machine just to test anything. So we can create like this also. But whenever you need multiple machines,
okay,
That time we are not creating like this. That time we are creating with the help of VM skill set.
Yeah.
Okay, so how to use VM skill set, that also will learn in upcoming session.
This
It's very
actually
important.
this task that DB will take in care, right? In the
No, we are the one who is taking care.
Okay, okay.
We are the person who is going to create virtual machine, not DBS.
Okay.
This is not any in cloud platform. We don't have DBS.
Okay, okay.
We don't need DBS in cloud platforms. The
Okay.
reason is because the database, whichever we are using, it is managed by the Azure.
Okay.
Because in cloud platform, we have a database services. I can create a database just in fraction of seconds in Azure. How to create database, I'm going to show you in upcoming session also.
Oh, okay.
Just few options we need, like to create a virtual machine seeker, we are selecting few options. Same way to create database also, we need to select few options. Okay, and in this one, we don't have any option, something called patching and all those things we don't have.
Okay, okay. So
Okay.
how that cloning this one means we have to delete, right? Whenever we don't want like that, or no patching cloning like this in
no,
Azure?
if you want to, if you don't want, definitely you can delete these machines.
That's all. Okay, okay.
In previous session, I've shown you now, you can delete a single virtual machine also, or you can delete a resource group. Everything is going to delete by the system.
Okay. Normally, with other databases, we are cloning and patching is applied, right? So here, no cloning, no patching, right?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
okay,
thank you.
Hi. Ankit, can you hear me, please?
Yes,
This is
Janet,
Daniel
I'm able
speaking.
to hear you.
Yeah, so I do have a question. Today is my first time joining. So for the previous maybe sessions, do you have the recordings? Maybe
yes, we
I
have
can
the
get hold of
recordings.
them.
I just want to know, Daniel, are you in the WhatsApp group?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll inform my team. They will again share day 1, day 2 recording. With day 3 recording also, they will share in the WhatsApp group. You can please check that one. Yeah.
Okay.
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 And again,
sure.
I'll just for your reference purpose, I'll share again the WhatsApp group link in the chat box.
Okay.
Okay. So with the help of this particular link, you can join the WhatsApp group and you will get details.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, Johnny, you can unmute.
Yeah, Angit, like I just want to know the difference. Like we have created a virtual machine with the Windows, right? Today we have
Yes.
created with the Linux. So how far it is related? Like how we use mostly like the VM based in the Linux and the Windows. Like it's
Mostly in real
interconnected.
time, we are using Linux-based operating system.
Okay.
And the examples which I have created in our upcoming session are mostly on Linux-based operating system. I'd say I'm not trying to put 1 or 2 examples, just set it on Windows 1 just to understand the concern. That's why I've created. Most of the examples you will find in my training for based on the Linux-based operating system.
Okay, so I thought like, is it anywhere like it is interconnected? Like it should be like once we create the Windows VM and after that we have to create the Linux or something like
No,
that.
not like that. I have shown you both the
processes. Okay.
Okay, there is not interlinked with each other.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, Ganesh is asking a question. If we forget PPK, how to get it? Ganesh, if you have a PEM file, you can again generate a PPK file with the help of Puttigen. The process which I have shown you, if you use the same process, every time the PPK file will be the same for one PEM file. If I delete this PPK file and regenerate again, I'll got a new same PPK file again. And if I want, I can open this PEM file also. If you see here, guys, I can open this PEM file and here is the password actually. So the normal password, we have used this password in our previous example. This is the password I have used. So now you can see here, which one is easy to hack. This is easy or this one is easy. So in Linux one, most preferable option is this particular key option. So we are using mostly this particular key option in real time. So our machines are more secure. Yes, if your client want to go with the password, we have a password option. Yes, Suresh.
yesterday we created the one resource group, right? Today again we created the resource group, one more resource group.
The reason why we have created resource group, because after the yesterday's session, we have deleted that resource group.
Okay.
Okay. And if you see here now, if I open this particular resource group, I have total 12 resources.
Okay.
I want to delete each resources. After our practice, I want to delete all these resources. Okay. So you can delete all these resources one by one. You can go to that particular resource and then you have an option of delete there. Here I have option of delete. Like for IP address, I have option of delete. I can delete this IP address. This is one option. Other option is if you delete this resource group, under this resource group, whatever the resources you have, these 12 resources, system will delete all your 12 resources in one single go. But
so that means yesterday you created one VM, so that is already deleted, right? Because you deleted the resource
because
group.
we have deleted the resource group, and under the resource group, whatever the resources we have, system is deleting all in one single group. Okay. And but make sure till that time your resource group is not going to delete, you're not going to close your browser. So what students are doing it, they give the delete option and then they close the browser. No, it stopped there on the spot. So till that time you're not getting a notification. Till that time you're not getting a notification, it is deleted, don't close your browser. Okay.
So is there any reason we deleted we had to delete the every time this resource group, or we're deleting because of training?
No, just for training purpose we are deleting, because we don't need those things, Suresh, again. Whenever we require, we'll create again. So it is again practice for you guys also. It is for me also. I'm showing that particular thing again. Okay. So after a practice, delete it. So it will be again practice for you guys.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Yes, Ganesh. Ganesh, I'm still not able to hear you. Ganesh, I'm still not able to hear you. Okay. Anyone have any more questions? Yes, Charan.
Yeah, this is for job purpose. So will you provide any job or something? I mean, guidelines for that or?
Definitely, yes. We are sharing job details in our Telegram group. You can join our Telegram group and there we are sharing the job details.
Okay. And yeah, that is what I asking. And what about the packages all?
Packages depend on company to company, Charan. That depend on company to company, and we are not aware of that which company is providing how much package right now. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, Suresh.
Sharing the job details about India or US?
We are only sharing for two countries. One is India and for US, not for any other country we are sharing.
Okay.
Because we have that, the information which we are getting for India and US for both we are getting.
Okay, sure.
And Suresh, you are from US?
Yes.
From which state?
Minnesota.
Okay. Mostly we are getting it from Minnesota also we are getting, and we are getting for Kansas also we are getting.
Okay. Okay, sure.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So Ganesh is asking one more question, want to know about availability zone and region. Regarding availability zone, Ganesh, we are going to discuss in our upcoming session what is availability zone. When we'll discuss about some other topic, that time we'll go with what is availability zone. Region is like a data center where we are creating our servers. Like here I've selected Central India. What is Central India? Central India is one of the region where we are creating our resources. And here are the full list of regions we are getting it. These are the data centers we have in Azure. And each region, for making one region, minimum we need 3 availability zone. What is availability zone? We'll discuss in our upcoming session. Clear, Ganesh? Yes, Sharon. Sharon, you have already unmuted yourself. You can ask your question. Sharon, do you have any question?
Are you hearing now?
Yeah, I'm able to hear you now.
Okay, is Linux is mandatory or not mandatory for this Azure admin?
For working on cloud platform, you need to have some basic knowledge of Linux. That is why from tomorrow's session, we are going to start learning about some basic Linux commands also.
Okay. That is enough for the Azure admin, right?
For to work on cloud platform, that is sufficient.
Oh, okay. Got.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
got.
you. Okay, Ganesh is asking question where how to know when to select zone and region. Ganesh, without region, it is impossible to create anything. So to create anything, it is mandatory to have one region. You can see here, this region field is mandatory. I don't have any other option that without region, I can create resource group. So without region, you can't create anything in any of the cloud platform. I'm not just talking about Azure. In any of the cloud platform you can pick, even AWS, Google also. To create anything, you need to specify the particular region first. That in which particular data center you want to create it. And when to use availability zone, that we'll learn in our upcoming session. Okay, Ganesh? Yes, Kumar, we are covering it CLI and PowerShell also. Here we have just a minute. Let me show you that. Here we are. PowerShell and CLI when we'll come to PPT number 53 and 54. Anyone have any more questions? Yes, Sheikh.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Once the private key is lost, you can't recover that key.
The same one we can't regenerate again.
Okay.
Okay. The same one we can't generate again, but if you lost that particular PEM file, okay, then you can generate a new PEM file and link that particular PEM file also.
Okay.
Okay, Sajid?
Thank you. Thank you.
Any more questions? Okay. I'm just a minute. I'm sharing a Telegram link in the chat box. So you can guys join the Telegram group by using the link. And regarding the question, if you have anything, whatever the things we are covering in the training, you can please check in the course content, please. Ganesh, you can check the course content, whatever the doubts you have regarding the things which you are covering or not covering it, you can please check those things in the course content. And Naresh is asking question where we can find all the PPTs information. Naresh, the PPTs we are uploading in our website, logicalabstract.com. Once you complete your payment, and if you have already completed your payment, you can log into our website. After login to our website, here you will find something called dashboard. If you click on dashboard, on the left hand side, you will see your active courses. Under active courses, you will see your Azure batch 149. And then if you click on that, there you have an option to see your details. Okay, Naresh. Naresh, is it clear? Please confirm in the chat box. Okay. Okay, so with this, I'm ending this session. In tomorrow's session, we are going to discuss about some basic of the Linux commands. Thank you all. Thank you for joining today's session. See you tomorrow. Thank you.